another video, and in today's one I am going to predict in round 2 of the Carabao Cup fixtures. Now, like I said in my round 1 predictions, I will only be predicting the League 2 team game. So basically any game that features a League 2 team, I will be predicting that. I won't predict every Carabao Cup game, and as soon as we have no League 2 teams left in the competition, that's when we'll sort of end this sort of prediction. So I'll predict it as far as the League 2 teams get. We currently have 12 League 2 teams, or 12 games concerning League 2 teams left in the competition, and that's what we will be predicting. The games are taking place Tuesday and Wednesday this week, so tomorrow and Wednesday. I will be doing a live watch-along for Tranmere Rovers versus Newcastle United, as that does concern a League 2 side in Tranmere, and obviously I will be going to the Newport Portsmouth game on tomorrow night. So please make sure to like, share and subscribe. Get your predictions in for these fixtures. Like I said, you don't have to put all the fixtures in if you don't want to, but just the ones that concern League 2 teams. There's no sort of table on this because it's hard to do. I'll just congratulate anyone that gets, decent points. Let's get into some predictions. The first game is Walsall taking on Charlton Athletic. Now, Walsall, have made a very good start to the League 2 season. Charlton have been off it at times in League 1. They did draw against Cambridge. I think Charlton are a decent side. I think they will be a decent side this season. They really do look like they could push on for promotion to the Championship. I don't think they will, though. That draw against Cambridge was sloppy at times. At Walsall, they play decent football, and I do think they are actually going to win this one. I'm going to go for Walsall 1, Charlton Athletic 0, an upset for the league. The next game is the Owls, Sheffield Wednesday taking on managerless Rochdale at the time of recording. Now, Sheffield Wednesday have a very good squad. Sido Berahino, Barry Bannon, amongst many, many other names. And Rochdale still without a win in the League 2 season. I can only see this going one way. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Rochdale 1. I think it's going to be one of those games where Rochdale just get absolutely battered. The next game then is Barrow taking on Lincoln City. Now, normally I would have said, comfortable Lincoln City win, but Barrow are on absolute fire in League 2. They won again at the weekend, and they really starting to mould into a decent team under Pete Wild. I do see this one again going in the way of the Bluebirds at Holker Street. Barrow 2, Lincoln City 1. I think it's going to be one of those games where it's scrappy, but Barrow find a way over the line. 2-1 Barrow in this one. The next game is Bradford City against Blackburn Rovers. Now, Bradford City did win 3-1 at the weekend away at Harrogate, but Blackburn Rovers, again, a great start to the Championship season they had. Do I think it's going to continue in this? Bradford did knock out Championship opposition in Hull City in round 1. I think this one's going to be a bit too far for the Bantams. I'm going to go Bradford City 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. And I did like the way Blackburn played in the first round against Hartlepool. I thought they played absolutely superb in that 4-0 win. So yeah, I think they're going to get through again. 2-1 Blackburn in this one. Maybe Brereton Diaz to score. The next game sees 2 recently promoted teams into their division. Grimsby Town taking on Nottingham Forest. Now, I do see this one being a one-way fight for the away side. Yes, Grimsby have started the season well, but Nottingham Forest with a away draw at Everton the other day, obviously beating West Ham for the first game back in the Premier League at the City Ground. I think it's all spirits high at Nottingham Forest. I'm going for an absolute thumping. I'm going Grimsby Town 1, Nottingham Forest 4. I think this is going to be an unbelievable win for Nottingham Forest, a 4-1 away win for the Reds, and I think it's going to be an easy passage into the third round. Next game is Stockport County taking on Leicester City. Now, this one, I've got the shock. I've actually gone and predicted it. I was on edge of whether to predict this or not, but I have. I've gone Stockport County 2, Leicester City 1. And the reason why I've gone this, Leicester are in an awful place at the moment. A lot of their fans are calling for Brendan Rodgers to be sacked. A lot of the football is boring. They were 1-0 up against Southampton and sitting back. I generally think the League 2 side have a great chance. It's a sold-out Edgeley Park. It's going to be intense for Leicester. And they're going to potentially struggle under this. I'm going 2-1 Stockport County. and this is going to be an interesting one. It's, you know, very, very interesting. 2-1. Next game then is at the Lamex, and it's Stevenage taking on Peterborough United. Now, Stevenage have made an unbelievable start to the League Two season and also knocking Reading out of this competition at round 1 stage. And I actually see them doing the same thing to Peterborough United. I think what Steve Evans is doing at Stevenage, it's working. I didn't think it was going to work, but it is working. And I'm going to go Stevenage 1, Peterborough United 0. Stevenage could be in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup and top of League 2, which is crazy. 1-0 Stevenage in this. Next game is my boys Newport County taking on Portsmouth. I did a preview on this game featuring 4-0 written all over it on my YouTube channel yesterday at 3 PM. So I'm just going to echo the exact same as what I said in that. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw and Newport County to win on penalties in this one. So 1-1, Newport County 1, Portsmouth 1. I think we're going to be able to do it. I don't think we're going to be able to match them in terms of the quality throughout the 90 minutes, but I definitely think that we have a chance to you know, take them to penalties and, you know, even beat them on penalties. So I'm going 1-1, Newport County to win on penalties. Hopefully I'm right. If I'm not, look, it's the Carabao Cup. It's not the league. So the next game then is Gillingham taking on Exeter. Exeter, you know, beat Cheltenham 7-0 in this competition in round 1. Then they did lose to Cheltenham at home at the weekend in the league. So, you know, a bit mixed fortunes for the Grecians, but I think they're going to get another win in the Carabao Cup this one. I think they're going to go away to Gillingham, and I think they're going to get a 3-1 win. Gillingham 1, Exeter City 3. I think it's going to be an interesting game, but I think Exeter will just have a little bit. The next game sees Colchester United take on the Bees, Brentford. Now, Brentford, a very unlucky result against Fulham, 3-2. Mitrovic scoring in basically the last minute to win the game for Fulham. Colchester hit and miss in League 2. You can catch them on a good day and you can catch them on a bad day. I think this is going to be a one-way away win for Brentford and the Bees. I think they're going to absolutely annihilate Colchester United. I'm going to go Colchester United 1, Brentford 5. I know it's a massive score prediction, but I think the Bees are just going to have way too much, and I think their reserve side, or, you know, their second string side, is still clear of Colchester's best 11. The ultimate game of these Carabao Cup predictions, obviously including League 2 teams, is Crawley Town taking on Fulham. Now again, Fulham, you know, very lucky in the last minute for Mitrovic to get all 3 points against their West London rivals Brentford. Again, I see this one being a massive, massive away win, just like the last game as well. I think these last few games are going to be, you know, massive away wins for the Premier League sides. I think this is going to be Crawley Town 0, Fulham 4. I just think Fulham are just going to have way too much going forward for Crawley to deal with. And Crawley, without Dom Telford, they've lost, you know, a source of goals, even though he hasn't scored from yet. But they have lost a source of goals up front. 4-0 Fulham, safe progression into the 3rd round for the. And the last game of these predictions is Tranmere Rovers against Newcastle United. Now, this game will be on Sky Sports, and I will be doing a live watch-along for it. Tranmere Rovers, again, they were poor against Newport on Saturday. I thought they could have offered a lot more going forward, and they weren't that good at all. Newcastle United played Manchester City yesterday, and, you know, the game was decent. And I think it's going to be a decent game here between Tranmere and Newcastle. I think Newcastle will have far too much for Tranmere, but I think Tranmere will score a couple of goals. I'm going to go Tranmere Rovers 2, Newcastle 4. I think it's going to be a Sky Sports thriller, 4-2 to the Magpies, and I think they'll progress into the 3rd round of the. And those are my predictions for the Carabao Cup 2nd round, like I said, only involving League 2 teams. If you have enjoyed these predictions, please make sure to smash a like, comment and subscribe. Please make sure to comment your predictions as well for your team, if your team is in this competition. If they're not, then, you know, tough luck, basically. Sorry, Cardiff and Swansea. We are the only Welsh team left in this competition. Had to get that in. But like I said, like, share and subscribe. Let me know your Carabao Cup 2nd round predictions as well. And I'll see you in the vlog tomorrow. Newport against Portsmouth. Matchday vlog tomorrow. Yeah, I'm buzzing for it. I'll see you then up the county for that. Like, share and subscribe. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.